Hello, everyone. So recently we have seen the news of this rise in COVID cases in China particularly. In fact, the same variant has been already spread in this US, UK, or other and other European nations. Okay. In fact, in India, here, there has been detection of the same variant in Gujarat and in some other states. But those cases have been like, as far as India is concerned, there has been the official data says that the cases has been detected as well as the recovered. Okay. So this Omicron subvariant BF.7, although we do not need to remember all the variants of coronaviruses as far as examination is concerned, but since we are reading it, so we should at least read once, and this has been in news. So BF.7, this is the sublineage of Omicron variant BA.5, and it has very strong infection ability because of its high transmissible nature, and it has very short incubation period. So that means the exposure of individual to the agent of the virus and the emergence of the symptoms. Okay, so that is called the incubation period. मतलब जब आप किसी के पास पहुंचे और दैट इज यू आर एक्सपोज टू द वायरस, और फिर जैसे ही आप में सिम्टम्स आने लगा, तो उसके बीच का जो टाइम पीरियड है दैट इज कॉल्ड द इंक्यूबेशन पीरियड. सो दैट इज वेरी शॉर्ट फॉर दिस वायरस. ठीक है. एंड सेकेंड थिंग इज इट हैज वेरी हाई कैपेसिटी टू कॉज री इन्फेक्शन. ओके. और इनफैक्ट इवन दोज वैक्सीनेटेड. क्यों? क्योंकि जो वैक्सीनेटेड है, द एंटीबॉडी प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द वैक्सीन्स, ओके, that might not be able to defeat this virus, okay, because the virus might be mutated to this extent, okay, or at the same times the survival tendency of the antibody that is produced in our body might not be that long, okay. ये भी एक reason हो सकता है. So that's why it has very high capacity to cause reinfection, okay. एंटीबॉडी इन जनरल फाइट विद दिस वायरस, और जो एंटीबायोटिक हम खाते हैं दैट इज रिलेटेड टू बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शन. ओके. इन WBC white blood cell, this antigen, it used to create a situation in the body that creates the antibody, and antibody fights with the virus, okay, foreign agents. Now, as far as India is concerned, the government has asked to strengthen the surveillance system because of this rise in cases in other country. So we need to remember this INSACOG, that is Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium. It used to sequence and track the positive cases. So we have like IGSL, INSACOG Genome Sequencing Laboratories, that used to do this work. Okay, so we need to remember INSACOG. Okay. Now, one thing we should not panic, because we all are like, each and every society is genetically different, and our natural immunity is also differ. Okay. At the same time, we need to follow this COVID appropriate behavior, because as far as India is concerned, our official data suggests that we have only 158 cases, daily average cases. But the cause for worry is the global, there has been consistent rise in this global daily average cases. So अभी 5.9 लाख डेली एवरेज केसेस रिपोर्ट हो रहे हैं. सो देयर माइट बी चांसेस दैट कि फिर से कोरोना का वेव आए, बट वी शुड नॉट पैनिक. ओके. This has been also in the editorial. So CoronaVac and Sinopharm, this is produced in China-made vaccine, and it uses this inactivated virus technology. So क्या होता है inactivated virus technology में? जो killed virus होते हैं, that means कि virus की जो डिजीज प्रोड्यूसिंग कैपेसिटी होती है उसको खत्म कर दिया जाता है. ओके. सो इट डिड नॉट हैव इम्पैक्ट, मतलब कि आपका एडवर्स इफेक्ट भी, पैथोलॉजिकल इफेक्ट भी नहीं होता है, एंड इट इज एबल टू प्रोड्यूस द एंटीबॉडी ऑल्सो इन द बॉडी. सो there are few lessons that is learned from these Chinese situations, that the long lockdowns cannot eliminate the virus or prevent the development of new strains. So China में काफी दिनों तक लॉकडाउन रहा, continuously almost 3 years, and it leads to lack of natural immunity also. ठीक है. So the only reasonable defense possible against severe disease is by vaccines. So vaccinated populations can be protected against these kind of pandemic. At the same time, since the vaccine has not been the process to develop the vaccine, it used to take long time, and there has been long period, at least like for measles, which has been produced in shortest prior to this COVID vaccine, shortest possible span of time is 4.5 years. तो क्योंकि इसका एडवर्स इम्पैक्ट और कई सारे स्टडी किए जाते हैं एपिडेमियोलॉजी के, so that's why we need to there should be administration of the efficacy of the vaccines also, कि vaccines जो है कितना effective है. Okay, because when in Chinese cases the 90% population has taken the first dose of the vaccine, and almost 50% have taken the second dose of the vaccine also. Recently, a cryptocurrency has also been in news, and the Indian RBI governor, he has given one interview with one of the magazines. So what is cryptocurrency? It's basically a digital currency, और कोई भी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट जो है इसको अभी सपोर्ट नहीं, मतलब इन जनरल, जैसे इन केस ऑफ इंडिया द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट डिड नॉट support it, so it did not have any kind of legitimacy. Okay, it did not have any intrinsic value similar to the fiat money, or also we can say, but it differs to fiat money कि fiat money को government legitimacy होती है, public trust होता है. Okay, but what are those things that is with the cryptocurrency कि it uses decentralized system. Okay, so peer to peer systems that enables कि people from one place to other place they can send and receive the payments using computer networks. Okay, and there is no traditional intermediary. जैसे fiat currency में क्या होता है कि if we perform the transactions, there is a bank usually, if it is not between the two individuals, so there is like government entity or the public sector or private sector banks. So bank जो होता है वो that plays the role of traditional intermediaries, yeah, in case of particularly this fiat money. Okay, but there is no banking system particularly in this case of cryptocurrency. So there is, it uses blockchain technology, decentralized systems, and there is public ledger which keeps the record of the transactions. Okay, it uses cryptography to secure transaction. Cryptography is communication system, you can say, and very secure system. For security purpose it is used. Like you can say, for example, very simple example I can quote you, कि जैसे 1 2 3 है, so it is coded like ABC, let us say. So there is some sort of security. Okay, if we say 1 2 3 को अगर ABC कहा and some other person did not know what is there, how it has been encrypted. Okay, and the units of cryptography जो क्या होता है, that is called coins. So that is created through mining process, which involves the computer power to solve the complicated mathematical problems. Okay. First cryptocurrency जो था वो Bitcoin था. It was founded in 2009, but by one of the Japanese. Name is not necessary. But cryptocurrency के क्या साथ क्या है अभी? Right now the governor is saying that it has very much huge inherent risk. So people, those who are investing in, they are taking high risk because there is gain also. Okay, but it is speculative, 100% speculative. There is no underlying value. The government did not support it. It is not regulated. Okay, or it depends upon like what this crypto platform trading के basis पे इसकी value determine की जाती है. तो although market determined price is there, but market is also not fair. Okay, it can be like the market mechanism, demand supply, that is also, that can be tilted, okay, towards one end or the other end. So there is 100% speculative activity. And recently we have seen this crash of cryptocurrency exchange FTX. So that is called one of the biggest financial frauds in the history of US. And the other point that the governor has told that this private crypto market, it has sink as like from $190 billion to $140 billion. So there has been like people have been taking up money from there. So what has happened earlier, like those who are enthusiasts of cryptocurrency, they think that this cryptocurrency is the future and it will replace the fiat currency in the coming times. Fiat currency जो हम लोग अभी यूज करते हैं, जिसका कि लीगल सेंटिटी है, and that is like 500 200 100 rupees notes, 10 rupees notes, जिसको कि although it does not have intrinsic value. Okay, लेकिन प्राइवेट क्रिप्टो में क्या था कि when it has come up, it was digital, so it was very easy to for transaction. Okay, it has better stores of value also. So like, okay, you can keep it like, और फिर इसका devaluation भी नहीं होता है, तो it's very much secure also. It exhibits more stable purchasing power than fiat currency. जैसे in case of, you can say, Sri Lanka or some other countries where you can have this crisis, okay, financial crisis or economic crisis, so currency crash. तो उस केस में क्या होता है कि देयर माइट बी दिस 500% हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन, तो डिवेल्यूशन ऑफ द करेंसी इज टू मच. बट यहाँ पे डिवेल्यूशन इस लेवल पे नहीं था अभी. वंस सिंस इट हैज कम अप इन द ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म, सो अभी काफी फ्लक्चुएट ये भी दैट इट हैज स्टार्टेड फ्लक्चुएटिंग आल्सो इट्स वैल्यू. एंड but you need to remember that there is no consumer protection for crypto investments. Okay. So look, the cryptocurrency, as far as if you can see right now from the perspective of this crypto exchange platform, so there is only trading that determines its value. Okay. So those trades are very much speculative, and that's why risk factor is very high. So जैसे stocks में भी trading होता है share market में, that is also risky, but there is something, at least underlying assets are there. Okay. कंपनी की कुछ ना कुछ वैल्यू होती है. सो ऑल्दो दी स्टॉक्स जो या शेयर मार्केट का जो या इक्विटी का जो वैल्यू होता है, दैट इज अगेन लाइक बुलिश और बियर व्हाट एवर वी से, और वो काफी ज्यादा टिल्ट किया जा सकता है इन्वेस्टर के द्वारा उसके वैल्यू. सो द स्टॉक्स टेस्ट नेसेसरली डज नॉट रिफ्लेक्ट द रियल वैल्यू ऑफ द कंपनीज ऑल्सो. ठीक है. वो कई बार मतलब डिमांड सप्लाई को आप मोड़ सकते हैं अपनी तरफ. And in case of crypto, there is no underlying value, so risk factor is very very high. Okay. और इनफैक्ट स्टॉक्स तो रेगुलेट भी किया जाता है सेबी के द्वारा इंडिया में. ओके. या और भी जगह जहाँ पे जो भी अथॉरिटी है. So what happened, RBI recently launched this e-rupee, and that is also a digital rupee, but it is similar to physical cash, and it has legally recognized by the RBI. Okay, because RBI is the one who has launched this. So it differs from the physical cash, that if you keep the physical cash in the banks, you will receive the interest. But in case of digital rupee, which is held in a digital wallet, so you will not receive any kind of interest also. Okay. And this, why RBI launched this e-rupee? Because actually this crypto becomes the attractive investment option earlier. Okay. And because of the nature of this digital rupee, that is easy to transact, so RBI launched its own digital currency. Okay. Now fiat currencies progressively lose value over time due to debasement by central banks. So what happened ki with time more money is pumped. Okay, so more money is pumped in the economy, तो उससे क्या होगा कि of course inflation बढ़ेगा और valuation of the currency जो है वो घटेगा through policy measures or through printing of money also. ठीक है. Particularly this debasement term, it has come from this commodity money. Okay, so उसमें क्या होता था, जैसे लेट अस से कि गोल्ड एक commodity money है. So in that case, if we mix it with lesser value metal, तो इसका value जो है वो हम decrease कर रहे हैं. Okay, और increasing number of currency कर रहे हैं. So overall the money in the economy gets increased. Okay. ये स्पेन में इनफैक्ट देयर हैज बीन हिस्ट्री इन स्पेन, इट हैज हैपेंड वंस विद दिस कमोडिटी मनी आल्सो. देयर हैज बीन हाइपर इन्फ्लेशन. सो ई रूपी के आने से क्या क्या इशू हो सकता है? सो देयर माइट बी डिसरप्शन इन द बैंकिंग सिस्टम. व्हाट हैपेंस कि राइट नाउ वी सी दी देयर हैज बीन लो इंटरेस्ट रेट्स. ओके, so there has been low interest income also, so that will lead to converting bank deposits into digital currency by many people. So cash holding जो है वो घट जाएगा. Okay, इससे, and once the cash holding will drop, it will hinder the bank's prospect to create loans. Okay, so इस situation में there might be disruption in banking system. Now, as I have already told you, it's quite easier and more economical to produce and transact using digital rupees, but it is very much easily traceable by the authorities. So central bank can supervise economic activity, and that might hamper the economic growth, you can say. Okay. because there might be interference with the more vigilance, there might be more interference in the legitimate economic activity also. Okay, but it will help in moving towards this cashless society or getting more people into the tax network also. So वो सब benefit है. In fact, ये जो डिजिटल रूपी है इसका ट्रांजेक्शन क्या होगा, फ्रॉम वन बैंक टू अनदर बैंक ही होगा. सो इन दैट केस द मनी विल ऑलवेज विथ द बैंक. ओके, हियर व्हाट हैपन कि हम कैश जब ट्रांजेक्ट करते हैं इन जनरल मार्केट में जाकर के, तो इट रिमेन्स विद द पीपल ऑल्सो. ओके, बट इस केस में क्या होगा कि ऑल्दो वी आर ट्रांजेक्टिंग हियर गुड्स और परचेजिंग, बट मनी क्या होता है, एक अकाउंट से दूसरे अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर होगा, इट ऑलवेज रिमेन्स विद द बैंक. ओके, सो बैंक विल बी फ्री फ्रॉम द रिस्क ऑफ बैंक रन्स. ओके, and eventually they will be free from having to maintain sufficient cash deposits also prior expansion of loan books. हाँ, ये अफगानिस्तान के बारे में है इसो. तो इट इज रिलेटेड टू बेसिकली पेट्रियार्की इन दी सोसाइटी, जहाँ पे कि what is patriarchy? It refers to male domination and to a power relationship by which men dominate the women. Okay, so women's right is at the core of the issue, if you will see in the Afghanistan case. Okay, so uh, it will be better if there will be platform outside the Afghanistan, particularly by women who have been elected in the past there, and that requires, it should be supported by the leading nations. Okay, so उनके ग्रुप का क्या होगा कि एक अल्टरनेटिव विजन, दे कैन प्रोवाइड एक अल्टरनेटिव विजन, एंड देयर माइट बी नेगोशिएशंस in the future. So Taliban 1.0 was there in 1990s, which was regressive, authoritarian, and misogynistic rule. Okay, and although Taliban 1.0 have received this official recognition by these three countries, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Pakistan, but Taliban 2.0, it has not yet received any kind of official recognitions. Okay, so recently what it has done, it has banned the girls and women from parks, public places, basically. Okay, and there has been job restrictions of women and flogging of those traveling without male relatives. Actually, women in any society has the 50% space. Okay, so they should have the right to occupy that space, and they should be provided that much space in every society. Okay, but Taliban is in fact very much conservative, and very harshly it has interpreted this Islamic or Shariat law. Now this issue is very important also. So education loans has been turned into non-performing assets, particularly from those sections who are studying in secondary institutes. So there has been high rate of default in those sections. Okay, low value loans particularly. So banks in fact have started shying away from extending such loans, because of course it makes less business sense if they are not able to pay them back. Okay, and who are becoming victim of it, these are the poorer students who need the loan most. Okay, they are the one who will be excluded from this loan net. So what are those reasons for NPA? The first is that those who are from the secondary institutes, they are not getting adequate jobs, and that is not in fact, those who are getting jobs, they are not well paid also. Okay, so right now there has been inability of the economy to create sufficient and better paying jobs. Okay, in premier institutes, if you will say, the default rate for education is very less compared to overall, in fact, average default. So even in this situation, if we force if the state or the government force the banks to disburse more loans, so this will result in NPA, and again eventually require more taxes from the general public to write off that NPA. So the way forward is to create more and sufficient or better paying jobs. Okay, that is necessary for the economy. These three are certain facts that we should remember. Patriot is the surface-to-air missiles of USA, and Donetsk, Kherson, Luhansk, and Zaporizhzhia, and these are the regions of Ukraine. And Bamla, like contentious region of Ukraine and Russia. Bamla and Y-Junctions, geographically located in Arunchal Pradesh. Okay. Now, what is Bajpal effect? It's related to the philosophy of aggressive play, but and in cricket. Okay, so it is termed after the cricketer Brandon McCullum's philosophy. Okay, thank you. So this one is the today's news briefing.